I think those guys did it right. I could probably get away with a heist of that nature. Probably not crown jewels, because why you do it? But a painting or something. I mean, you walk into a place with a ladder and a construction vest on, and most people aren't stopping you. They're like, that guy's got something to do. Clearly, he's here for a reason. He's got a ladder and a clipboard.
All you need is a shirt with your name on it.
Yeah.
It's all the bourbon's fault.
Welcome to the Andy Meadows Show. Later in the show, we'll highlight a new sponsor. We've also got a good roundtable coming up where we'll discuss terrible jobs, the Louvre heist, the upsides of global warming, a brawl at a Houston Whataburger, and more. But first, your headlines. Those things we hung on our walls as kids to let every friend who visits know what dreams are going to let us down, posters, are making a comeback. The recent resurgence in poster popularity is attributed to Gen Z, leading to a significant increase in poster and print sales. Mine were all Michael Jordan and sports cars. But we all had that friend who had the posters of half-naked women at way too young of an age. We all thought their parents were super cool for letting them do that, but now that friend's in prison. Still has the posters, though. Construction has begun on a remodel of the East Wing of the White House. President Trump has ordered the renovation to create a new ballroom, but it'll likely take a while since they've deported everyone who knows how to put up drywall. I tried to install drywall once at my brother Rob's house and accidentally put a construction staple through my hand, attaching a glove to it. Me and his brother-in-law were trying to pull it out with a pair of pliers, with my brother on speakerphone yelling, "Go to the hospital, moron!" Which we did. And the nurses thought it was hilarious, by the way. On Call Her Daddy, Victoria Beckham revealed that her husband and my wife's hall pass, David Beckham, once snuck into her hotel room, leading to a walk of shame the next day. David had to escape through the window to avoid being caught and walked home in his clothes from the previous night. But is it really a walk of shame when you're leaving Posh Spice's hotel room? Plus, we all know in a real walk of shame, you're wearing nothing but a strategically placed throw pillow. A petition to remove Bad Bunny from the Super Bowl halftime show and replace him with country legend George Strait has 60,000 signatures already. Huge fan of George Strait, by the way, but I don't understand why everyone cares so much about who plays the Super Bowl halftime show. Just do what I do. Get drunk by midway through the second quarter because the Cowboys are inevitably not playing, and let your wife watch the Puppy Bowl instead.
I wouldn't mess with anything because Amazon's so janky today.
Yeah, it's amazing how much stuff that touches.
Dude, I use it for one website because I do the auction through it, and they now have a key that they sent me in the mail that plugs into the computer that I have to touch to log into AWS. That's how advanced it is. It's like, no more passwords, none of that. I mean, you still have passwords, but you can't get in unless you have this key and you touch the key as you're logging in.
Oh, so it's not like a fingerprint thing. It's just you physically have to touch it. No, it's just
physically. You have to have that specific key. It has to be interacted with by a human.
Oh, wow.
While you're logging in.
It's to keep the robots from taking over.
That's because they're running literally everything now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one downside to consolidating all this stuff is like, one thing going down can take down the whole freaking thing.
Yeah.
I got in a spat with, I went to Market Street is one of the grocery stores I go to. They have the good healthy stuff. It's kind of like a Central Market style. It's a nice grocery store.
Is it priced like Whole Foods?
Yeah, it's expensive, but I only go there for like a couple things that they have there that are really good. But it's one of those grocery stores where you have to use the card, right? You have to have the shopping thing.
Oh yeah, when they're like, do you have your shopper's card? And then it makes it cheaper.
Right. So yeah, you put in your phone number if you don't have the card, that works. But something that would be $4 is $2, which
Right.
obviously adds up when you buy a handful of things. So one day their system was down, and I'd already put all my stuff on, and she scanned it all, and she goes, I said, hey, it's not taking my number. She's like, I know it's down. It's not working. I'm like, well, that's going to cost me like $40 extra. She's like, what do you want me to do about it? I'm like, not charge me $40 extra. It was pretty clear. But I was in line behind some other lady that was like, she was throwing a fit, and I'm like judging her, like, come on, lady, let's get, like, really? Are you really fighting? And then when I found out what it is,
what's the big deal?
when I found out what it is, I was even madder than she was. I was like, I'm with that lady. We need to team up.
Yeah, the Safeway here
$40.
does that too, or maybe even Fred's does. I don't know, but yeah, the Safeway does where you got to use your loyalty number and then it knocks the cost down. And it's like, just charge us the regular price. Why you want to track every single thing?
It's also
I'm sure that they're using that data, and then they're going to mark up the price of the things that people are buying the most, and be like, oh, but we also marked it down. I don't know.
Or it could be for good reasons, like to eliminate the items nobody freaking bought. Well, they would know that because it's still on the shelves. I don't know.
Right,
it is annoying.
Yeah. I like it a lot. No, nobody bought these. How would we know that?
It is to find out your preferences so they can target you with stuff, I'm sure.
It's got to be, but it is annoying when it's like, oh, here's the price. And it's even, like displayed. Here's the price on the price tag. It's like, price with card is this price.
I always feel super special when I'm traveling and you run into a grocery store to get something and it's not one you go to. They're like, do you have the Savers card? And I'm like, no. And they're like, they just scan one for you. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
Thanks for helping me out, man. So I don't have to sign up for some stupid Brookshire's thing when I don't have a Brookshire's anywhere near me. Oh, man, we have a wasp infestation in the house. I think it's because we talked about wasp spray so much.
In the house?
Well, they keep getting in, and I can't figure out how they're getting in. Hornets. Yellow jackets, not wasp.
Yellow jackets will still bite you, right? It's the dirt daubers that won't.
Yeah,
dirt
no, it's
daubers won't bite you.
Yeah, it'll sting you, and it ain't pleasant. And I've broken.
So, are you moving or burning the house down? What's the plan?
About the third or fourth one that got in, I was definitely thinking about that because I broke a window at our old house trying to get one out one time. So Jill thinks she is the one that has to handle it because I'm going to break something. But I've now got a technique down where I'm not breaking anything, and I'm able to get it out, and it doesn't even kill the wasp.
So, what is your technique for removing the yellow jacket from the house?
Broom and dustpan. I have one of those, and I just reach up there and get him, and just hold him in place.
Okay. Second question: why aren't you just killing them?
Bad juju, man. I don't want the other ones to find, because one landed on. So because of my good juju, because I'm not killing them, I'm just I'm exporting them to freedom. I take them either to a window or the door. One landed on my neck the other day, and now that one I did kill, but it didn't sting me. I didn't know what it was. I just felt something on my neck, and Jill starts to scream, and she's gonna say yellow jacket, and I go like that, grab it, kill it, and without getting stung.
So is it really an infestation, or is it the same one over and over again because you keep letting it back outside and it knows the way in? So maybe you finally got it that time.
We'll see. I haven't had one since then, so maybe you're right. Maybe it's just the same stubborn one going, why does this jerk keep taking me to this awesome
he's
place?
treating it like it's a ride. He's like, this is fun. I get to...
If any of you watching or listening to this want to answer any of the questions or weigh in on any of the topics we discuss, head to AndyMeadowsShow.com, and maybe we'll include your thoughts on an upcoming episode. Chris, did you hear about this? U.S. takes out yet another small boat off the coast of Venezuela suspected of running drugs. I have to add that in there because we don't really know for sure.
Could have just been one of those random day tours that they were taking tourists out of on.
Not great. I don't know how I feel about. I think they have drugs, and we're just gonna drone it.
They were either drug traffickers or it was a whale watching expedition. Not real sure, but we will never know because they're gone now. I hope it's the same one you're talking about. I did see a video of, I guess it was like the footage from the military of them tracking the boat and then poof.
Yeah, this
blowing
is
it
like
up.
I know they've at least done 3 now, 3 or 4. So they
The one I saw though, if there was like an N on the video and it was so for north and north was down here and the boat was going that way. And I was like, if that means north, that boat's not heading towards the United States right now. And then poof, gone.
yeah.
Like, jeez. Yeah.
So that begs the question, what's a worse job than small boat captain off the coast of Venezuela?
Right now, not much. I mean, Kim Jong-un's cousin, maybe, if you have aspirations. It's a bad move.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad one. I think working at a landfill's got to be a tough go, because it can't be easy to get that smell
Dude.
off you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're nose deaf by like the second week, and then you stink, and everybody, you don't know it anymore.
Right? Yeah, but your spouse coming home to that.
But you're coming home, whereas the Venezuelan fisherman doesn't know.
What'd you catch today? A Hellfire missile? Yeah, we shouldn't joke. That's a terrible.
I mean, it's awful. It is awful, but gosh, you gotta hope that there's some good intelligence behind that, and it didn't seem like there is. So,
Yeah. The first one they thought they might have been trafficking some migrants too, so it could have not just been drugs, but yeah, rough one. Another rough job is fluffer.
I mean, unless you're into it,
I wouldn't think that's a walk in the park.
do what you love. You never work a day in your life. Get over here. Oh.
So have you seen OpenAI? Have you seen the Sora 2 stuff they've put out?
Now every video comes with sound.
I don't think so, but maybe, because if it's that good, who knows?
Yeah, it's kind of like the VO3 was. The next one is always just a step above the
Right.
last one. So
They've got the right number of fingers on their hands now, and words don't get all jumbled when they make the video or the picture, right? Like
Right,
they're getting
so
closer and closer to just, this is the way the
audio's
world works.
audio's better, and yeah, the movement and everything's getting better. So, have you been fooled by AI yet? Have you seen anything that you didn't realize until later was AI?
Oh, for sure. The one that got me the most was like, there was it's a video of a giant dog breed, like Great Pyrenees, whatever they were calling it. And in the video, the dog looks like the size of a bear. And I'm like, oh man, I want one of these. That's just so fun to snuggle. And I think it's probably AI because I can't find any actual dog that size.
Man, I subscribe to Norm Macdonald's rule. You remember his joke about, what's it, where he talks about he always looks at a dog when he's choosing a dog as, if it turns on me, could it take me? Like, I don't want a dog that. Although we've had some pretty big dogs that probably, some of the German Shepherds we had growing up could have definitely.
Oh, for
murdered me.
sure. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and one of my good friends has a giant Bernese mountain dog that is probably 160 pounds and would easily kill any of us, but it's just a big, dumb sweetheart.
Yeah.
The little ones always seem to be a little more aggressive than the big ones, generally speaking.
Yeah, we had a lab that was at least one. Did you ever see Prophet? Were you ever down
Yeah.
when we had? Yeah, he was at least 120 pounds, and he was as sweet as can be. He wouldn't hurt a fly. If somebody broke into the house, he'd have been like, "What's up, man?" Yeah,
Right. Yeah, they're terrible guard dogs.
yeah. He would scare people. I was running one time at the park with him, and I came around the corner, and this older couple jumped back, and they're like, "Swah!" We thought you had a horse because he breathed real heavy too. So it's like, yeah, I'm running in the park with my horse. The only thing that I've been fooled by is, so my algorithm's different than most people. I have a lot of animal attack videos in my algorithm. Not because I like, the only ones I like are the tourists getting attacked by that. You know, the one person that wants a selfie with a bison And
Oh, right. And then just it puts its mouth on the head. And, yeah.
So because of that, I have a lot of now AI generated ones that are insane. And you see like a kid feeding a bear by his hand, and I'm like, oh my God. And then of course that's AI.
Yeah. The one, like, all the AI video bullcrap, and it's going to get to where, oh no, this is all deep fake. I didn't really say that. That's not me on camera, But I feel like it's got a better purpose in storytelling. Like, if you're making movies and you don't have to, Jurassic Park it, and you just be like, okay, give me some dinosaurs in the background here. Yeah, that's a good purpose for AI. But the tricking me into wanting a giant dog, what's the point of that?
The Louvre jewel heist. Did you hear about those guys that went in with a chainsaw to break into a display case to steal the priceless French crown jewels?
Yeah, they got a lot of them. They got like 6 or 7 pieces of the French crown jewels.
Yeah, they stole eight items overall.
They dropped 1 crown or something, didn't make it out with it. But,
What's the? Yeah.
So what I saw was like they had brought a furniture elevator, like a delivery van, to the Louvre, and just used the delivery van to get up there to the window, and then broke in, and they were there it's like 8 minutes, and they were gone.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with French crown jewels, though? I mean, you gonna give it to your girlfriend and be like, "Hey, I got you this really nice necklace."
Well, that's why the report I read, the article I read said that there was suspicion that it could have been attached to someone who already like hired them to do it, like they wanted it because they knew.
Oh, like some Saudi prince wants to put it on his yacht that's named Tits and display it there, and then
somebody that already you already have to have the buyer lined up if you're going in to steal the French crown jewels. You're not selling that at a flea market.
You're walking into a pawn shop today, going, "Hey, I'm just I got these from my grandma, and I'm wondering what you think you could get."
Putting them on Facebook Marketplace, where some guy tries to haggle you down.
12 million our best offer.
Local pickup only. What's the biggest crime you're confident you could get away with in 2025?
I think those guys did it right. I could probably get away with a heist of that nature. Probably not crown jewels, because why you do it? But a painting or something. I mean, you walk into a place with a ladder and a construction vest on, and most people aren't stopping you. They're like, that guy's got something to do. Clearly he's here for a reason. He's got a ladder and a clipboard.
All you need is a shirt with your name on it.
Yeah. Like, especially, or like, I'm the septic guy. I'm here to pump out the pipes. Like, oh, well, don't mess with that guy.
Well, especially if it's something that expensive. I mean, I'd work there for 6 months. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm stealing something,
you want to go inside track and do it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're stealing something worth that amount of money, I would put up with working there for a little bit.
I want to know, like, okay, so
that makes you more trackable,
right?
Then you'd quit.
You
then
probably have a background check.
I'd have to work there for another 6 years just to get away with it.
Why is Andy driving a Lambo now? No reason.
That janitor's driving a Lambo. Yeah, that is one thought, is you'd have to continue working there.
Yeah, like you don't work at a bank and then the vault gets emptied and suddenly you don't work at the bank anymore. I mean, yeah, you gotta.
I could definitely get away with a single murder. You'd have to do it, if it's a town you're passing through that you have no connection to. I still think you can get away with that in 2025.
Oh, I'm sure you could. There's a lot more cameras nowadays. But also, why do you want to kill somebody you don't know?
Yeah, there's no money in that. I'm just thinking of things I could get away with.
You're thinking of things you can get away with. Usually killing is for a purpose, so, I think the people that do it for the, psycho purposes of
that's the problem. You get a taste for it. You don't get away with it because you're like, that was a little more fun than I thought.
That is awful.
And now that I kind of got the hang of it. Hopefully that's not how flippantly people get into that lifestyle.
Is this going to be in a documentary one day about Andy Meadows?
Okay, I'm going to stick to being
Serial
a
murderer.
janitor and just stealing jewels.
You know, there's still some paintings that have been stolen that are missing. I've watched a few of those documentaries. Like I think it was one in Philadelphia that the museum got jacked and they never turned back up. So somebody's just sitting there looking at the painting still. But the crown jewels is like, I don't know what you're going to do with that.
Yeah, there's got
Melt
to be
it down. I mean, I'm sure you could take some of the stones and redo something with them, but it's all going to be suspect.
Yeah, but there's a handful of people in the world that would want that would buy that, and be the kind of nut job that's like, I just want this in a house for only, because you couldn't show it to anybody. You know what I mean? Because then anybody could rat on you. So it's just some eccentric multi-billionaire.
Well, no, I mean, I feel like some people could get away with it. Like I'm saying, like Saudi royal family, probably fine. Putin, if Putin buys them and puts them in,
Yeah, nobody's talking.
who's going to
anyway.
say anything?
Well, clearly somebody wants it. Otherwise, they wouldn't have taken it. Because that's not the
Well,
thing.
they might not have thought it through. It might be now they're like, okay, what do we do with these? We figured out a way to get them, but now what?
Yeah. There's a new trend where people are getting brand sponsorships to help pay for their outlandish cost of weddings. What's the most extravagant or cheapest wedding, either end of the spectrum? What's the most extravagant or cheapest wedding you've ever attended?
I have not been to a extravagant wedding, I don't think. Every wedding I've been to seems like it's been one of the mainstream, like just standard, we're spending some money, but we're not spending a bunch of money. Probably the cheapest wedding I've been to, maybe my own. No, probably Rob's first wedding. I think he just did it in a field.
I still marvel at yours because the fact that you were able to talk her into just getting married in Vegas and on a holiday. So you not only did you get married in Vegas, you got us out of a boring holiday, Thanksgiving.
Well, it was like we all lived in different places, and you want to go somewhere. You're going to travel to do it anyway, so might as well go somewhere cheap to go and had fun to go. And we found a church right on the strip. It wasn't like it was a Elvis wedding. It was an official wedding, but it was just a little, yeah.
I've been to several cheap weddings, especially when I DJ'd weddings in high school,
Yeah.
And so there were a couple I went to at like at VFW halls, keg beer, and someone makes fajitas or brings tamales, where the whole thing probably cost them $150 or whatever.
Yeah.
But those are fun though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. I don't get blowing a bunch of millions of dollars on one wedding. It's like one day, it's a party. Just have a party.
I was thinking about this the other day when I was driving down the road. What are some of the upsides of global warming?
Well, if you live in Alaska, it's warmer, less snow.
Yeah, that's what made me think of it because I was driving around and some guy had his boat and the wakeboard's still on it, and it was clear he'd just been out on the lake, and it's, well into October.
Yeah.
You getting to use your boat year round.
Yeah. There is a small upside.
And we don't have to remember as many animal names. You know what I mean?
That's terrible.
It's true, though. Yeah,
I have less and less of fear of a polar bear coming to eat me because
and it's going to cut down on our wardrobe. We're going to have to buy less and less kinds of clothes.
And
Pretty
for your
soon it'll just be
19-year-old self, the ladies will be scantily clad.
I mean, we'll be able to wear shorts everywhere all the time. Short sleeve shirts, no coats. That's who should be rallying against it. People who make coats.
North Face.
Oh, you got to see this. I got to share my screen. There was an epic fast food fight at a Whataburger in Houston. Can you see this?
Look. I can see it. He's got the YouTubes up.
Who says
Now I gotta watch.
Why do you
that.
not have an ad blocker on your
Our
browser?
user-friendly platform.
Sure. What do we do?
I love how so many people are just sitting around filming.
Oh yeah, you could probably get like 3 different angles from this.
So all of that was over. Now I got to stop sharing the screen. All of that was over. Let me set up how this took place. This group got the wrong food, right? So they brought the wrong food to a table. And so the other group goes up and is like, hey, where's our food? It's been a while. And they go, oh, we accidentally gave it to them. And they were like, okay, we'll go. Have they started eating it yet? No. Okay, we'll go get it back from them. No, you need to talk to them. What? And so those people went up and said, hey, can we have our food? I mean, that's where the confrontation would have gone a different way. I would have been like, no, dude, you're going in there or you're making us some more food.
Yeah.
I mean, you're setting them up for a confrontation there. When it's like, hey, man, you got my taquito. Or you're halfway into my freaking Whataburger there.
But also, it looks like a little bit of an escalation over a burger.
Right.
I mean, I know Whataburger's good. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, and it's also clearly pretty late at night where tensions are high.
some substances may have been involved before.
Yeah. I was in line.
Yeah, so they gave like, okay, well, no, we accidentally gave it to them. Go get it from them. Like,
right,
no,
which is
I ordered the food from you. You give me food.
And they should have. And the guy's already filming. No. You got to go get it from them. I got a YouTube channel.
I got somebody on the other side getting the other angle too. Edit this together.
Have you ever seen a brawl or a melee in person?
Yeah, I mean, concerts and stuff, I've seen them break out, but nothing
Nothing
crazy, I guess. I've never seen anybody get murdered. So.
We were at. Did you ever go to Acuna with us as a kid?
Probably yes, but I admit nothing.
We were in Up and Downs in Acuna, which was a bar that $8 all you could drink. Greatest deal.
It's just asking for it. Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of it was watered down because we were kids and didn't know any better. But I had been over there enough that I knew the one thing is you do not get in a fight over there because they're pretty cool with you. At the time, I would not, for the record, I would not go over there now. And I would not suggest anyone go over there at the young age that we all went over there at because I'm sure it's a lot scarier than it used to be. But at the time.
But if you do go, wear an ice vest just in case.
At the time, the rule was you just don't get in a fight. But they want our money. They want us to come over here. They want us to hang out. As long as you don't get in a fight, you can, like, I know I saw a guy that was with us break a table and whatever, and they're like, whatever, it's a cheap table. As long as you don't get in a fight with other people, you're not, they're going to leave you alone. So I was on the dance floor at Up and Downs, and a huge fight broke out. And so I got the girl I was with and everybody that was in our group as far away from it as humanly possible. And I was glad I acted quickly because they just the cops came in, the federales came in and just rounded up everybody in the vicinity of the fight because they don't ask a lot of questions. They just take you. So that was the biggest one I'd seen in person, and they ended it pretty quick, and every one of those folks ended up in a Mexican jail.
I'm actually glad that there's less fights. We can't come up with a whole lot of brawls. You see them online so much now because those videos get a lot of attention, but I feel like there's less fights than we would be led to believe there are.
Than World Star Hip Hop would lead you to believe. That's
right.
Where a lot of those are. I don't have a
World Star.
I used to get a fair amount of them in my feed, but I think I've now switched to animal attack videos.
Animals. Yeah.
So
now you're okay with crowds. You just can't go on a hike.
Right. I've always been fascinated by the animal because I feel like watching them prepares me for if something ever happens, I'm going to know what to do, or more importantly, what not to do. But really,
You just have to have somebody slower than you with you. That's the trick.
yeah, which isn't.
Push them down and run away.
I'm faster than people realize, and I got pretty long legs, and I'm quick to run. I'm quick to flee. So
I'm a coward. It's awesome.
I would probably be all right. I keep my head on a swivel for that because of seeing the bobcat here. So every time I walk outside to take out the trash or something at night, I'm like, phew.
I saw 2 big bull moose yesterday evening at my house. That's the one where I'm like, probably should start looking before I take the garbage out nowadays.
Well,
Because, other things that live around here aren't going to mess with you, but the moose and the bears, they could take you out.
yeah. I saw a graphic the other day that was the most dangerous animal in every state, and obviously Alaska's grizzly bear.
Mosquito.
There were some,
They're huge.
counting insects, that's obviously, but on the coast where moose was their most dangerous animal that led to the most attacks. Can you guess what Texas was?
Rattlesnake?
Nope.
Longhorn?
Wild hog.
Oh, javelina. Yeah.
Those things will. I had a couple almost run-ins with one.
I mean,
nothing.
I've had one run at us before, but yeah, they're definitely crazy. They just charge. I see you, I'm coming. I've heard that like the domesticated pig, if it gets out and gets into the wild, it turns that way. Like it grows the tusks and gets all hairy.
I know, isn't that crazy?
It's like, because, yeah, I mean, if you're just feeding them slop, they're perfectly happy to just stay pink and lovable. But
Yeah.
they turn hard when they go outside.
I wonder how long that transformation takes. Like if it's if your pig gets out for 6 hours, is it coming home like that, or is it?
It's got a tattoo when it gets back.
Surely, yeah. We almost ran into a couple when we were hunting as kids when we go walk hunting, which was always the stupidest thing.
Dude, that was just them trying to get rid of us. Oh, yeah, no,
Probably.
go walk and
go
hunt.
walk hunting. Well, I remember that almost got bit by a snake one time doing that, and because we're in the hill country, almost had a run-in with some wild hogs. And then there was one time a mountain lion was stalking us and didn't attack us, but we see it up on the thing, like following us.
Maybe it was just looking for friends.
Well,
Didn't
luckily,
necessarily want to eat the children.
luckily that wasn't one of the, because we'd walk to the blinds individually, and if a mountain lion saw, young kid Andy walking to a blind by itself, it's like, oh yeah, I got this.
Right.
But luckily there were a couple of us together, and the mountain lion's like, it's not worth it. Plus they got guns.
But see, back then, if it started charging, you'd have pushed me down and run.
What happened to Chris? He must have tripped, I guess. Do you remember when? So we had when there was a distress, we were supposed to shoot in the air 3 times. You're supposed to shoot 3 times rapidly.
Not in the air, in the ground.
Whatever.
Well, would you do like a hey, pow, 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 pow? No.
I'm like
you shoot into a safe spot. 3 rapid shots into the ground.
I'm like one of those idiots at a wedding. That comes down at the same velocity there, moron. No, yeah. So we had to shoot 3 times or something like that. Was our distress?
Yes. It was three quick shots.
I may have told this story before, but so that was my hack. Is I would shoot a deer, and I hated cleaning them. So I'd shoot a deer, and then I would fire the distress thing, and Rob would come running over. What's going on? What's going on? Oh man, I need your help. You don't want the meat to go bad. You got to help me. Because the field dressing thing was the part that grossed me out. Because you got to get in there, and
At least the meat was getting used. I mean,
yeah, we ate. We ate everything. We didn't
everything.
trophy hunt. We actually ate.
Goes the freezer, yeah.
Because remember, we would have venison. It was venison versions of whatever for like 6 months. So it was like
Yeah.
venison tacos, venison spaghetti.
And Dad used to deep fry it. I liked that. He made like venison chicken fingers, essentially.
It's healthy meat. Coming up, your Rex and Rants. But first, we've got a new sponsor that's trying to help solve a social dilemma we've all faced.
Did you reheat a fish sandwich at work and now all hell is about to break loose in the office bathroom? Don't worry, Poo Partners is here to help. For a one-time fee, we'll send one of our qualified unemployed actors to come sit in the stall next to you, grunt loudly, and claim responsibility for all foul smells. Don't let one bad dietary decision ruin your reputation. Call Poo Partners and unleash those bowels with total impunity.
Not super proud of that one, but we're a new show, so we'll take what we can get. My rec this week is The Diplomat on Netflix. Huge fan of anything Carrie Russell does. I would say she's my hall pass, but my wife has made it very clear that I don't get a hall pass because I'm a reformed man whore, according to my brothers. Obviously, The Americans was one of the best shows ever made. This isn't quite as good, but it's still way better than 90% of new shows. Definitely worth the watch. Great cast. Obviously, there's an unrealistic amount of crap happening at a single U.S. embassy, but you get over that pretty quickly. And no spoilers, but they're pretty good at the end of season cliffhangers, and the new season just started. Last week's Game of Games answer from the question famous quotes was A, Woody Allen said 80% of success is showing up. The other 20%, of course, being not marrying your adopted daughter. That exact question will be in one of our upcoming Game of Games live on social, YouTube, and on site coming soon. Winners take home $250 and a spot in the semifinals to win more money and a trip for the finals. Sign up now at AndyMeadowsShow.com. Here's today's question from the category Name That Movie. What horror film features this line? What's your favorite scary movie? A, I Know What You Did Last Summer. B, Scream. Or C, Candyman. Answer now at AndyMeadowsShow.com. That's it for today's show. We'll be back next week with a new episode of The Andy Meadows Show, now on your favorite podcast platforms as well.